If you're a public speaker and you're looking to blow up your engagement calendar, I'm going to give you 3 tips today and a bonus tip that will help you do just that. Hi, my name is Eric, and for the last 38 years, I have been a professional magician and public speaker and a corporate trainer. And today, I'm going to share with you the 3 things that I do on a regular basis, including the bonus tip that I'm doing right now. I know your time is valuable, so let's get right into it. The first thing that I would encourage you to do is to give your website a good once-over. That's right, take a good look at it. Is it dated? Is it working for you? Are you getting leads, and are you converting those leads into clients that you are able to speak for? If the answer is no, or maybe the answer is you don't even have a website, then maybe you want to take a look at getting one. Now, full disclosure, I own a PR and media firm, and so this is close to my heart, not just because it's the work that I do, but it's also the work that helps me get the jobs just like I'm teaching you to get. I'm doing these things on a regular basis, and I'm going to teach you the things that have been successful for me. I train my clients to take a look at their sites on a regular basis because what may be good yesterday might not be good tomorrow. And you want to make sure that you actually know, is your site working for you? Do you have analytics on your site to share? How many people are coming? Where are they coming from? How long are they staying? What pages do they go to from the moment they get to your website, and where do they leave? All of that information is not only critical, but it's also available to you. And so the first thing that I would say about your website is take a good look at it. Ask yourself, is it modern? Is it up to date? Is it contemporary? And the best way that you can do that is to go to other speakers' websites and take a look at theirs and see, the speakers that you esteem, speakers that are doing well. Go ahead, shoot for the moon. Check Tony Robbins' website. Check any of the speakers that you think are worth looking at and worth paying for, and see what their websites look like, and ask yourself and be critical. Does your website look anywhere near that? I'm not saying that you have to have a $30,000 website. What I am saying, though, is that your website should be able to create $30,000 for you. And if it's going to do that, you're going to need to give it a good look and see, is it contemporary? Now, I've given you a number of examples of websites that you can take a look at, and you can start to see patterns of quality and of elements that should be present on any successful public speaking website. Does your website have those elements? Is there a strong call to action? And I would encourage you, if you don't have a strong call to action, they're very easy to add, but you should have a call to action on every single page. Every page is an opportunity to seal the deal. Let's say somebody comes in on your homepage, which, by the way, is not very common anymore. More often the case is people come by way of content that you provide. Maybe you've written a blog, or maybe you have some videos on your page. Maybe you have landing pages and you use your social media to drive potential clients to your landing pages, and those are radically different. In fact, I'll probably create another video for you so that you can understand the difference between landing pages and the home page and the blog pages and what they all do and how they all interact one with another. But let's say they come in on that home page, and then you find out from your analytics that they jump to the About You page, right? The page that gives you your background and your story, if you will. And by the way, if you don't have your story written on your About page, then there's an area of opportunity for you to make that happen. Write your story. Stories are sticky. Any public speaker will tell you that, right? And so write your story. Give the details of how you got from where you were to where you are now. And people will tend to go that way. If they come in on the homepage, they'll go check out the About page. And then where do they go from there? Probably to a services page. What services do you offer? Some people put pricing on their websites. Some people tell you don't ever put pricing on your websites. I'm going to let that be your choice. Perhaps in another video, I will address my opinion of that. But in any case, it's up to you. You get to choose. And once they've gone to the services page, the next most obvious page is the contact page. But every one of those pages along the way should have a call to action, maybe at the top and certainly at the bottom of the page, that says, book me now, or book Eric now. You get the idea. All right. So your website is a critical piece of real estate. And I think it's safe to say that, in my humble but accurate opinion, it's the only piece of real estate that you actually own. The reason that I put such an emphasis on your website over the social media profiles that you have, and maybe you have thousands of people following you on the social media profiles, but what happens if Mark Zuckerberg decides to wake up one day and he's bored? And so he decides, you know what? We've had a good run with Meta and Facebook, and I'm just going to close up shop. What happens then? And if you don't think that can happen, let me just ask you, how's your MySpace account? Social media platforms come and go. Now, Facebook is a big contender. It's got a big slice of the pie, if you will. And so too, platforms like X and Instagram and others. They have good followings. I guess TikTok is really big for certain demographics, right? But your website is owned by you. You pay for the domain. You pay for the creation of the website, or you design it yourself, either way. You pay for the hosting. And all of those things mean that you can change those things whenever you want. You can update any time that you want. And I think that's an important differentiator between property that you own and property that, say, Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk owns. All right, so that's the first thing that I really want to encourage you to do, is not only check your website, but update it if it's needed. The second thing that I think that you really need to do is develop a digital portfolio, or what is often referred to as a digital media kit or press kit. And these are very easy to create. Some just go with a one page. Some have a headshot of you, typically in black and white. Others have pages of testimonials. These media kits are not complicated to make. In fact, I would encourage you to go to canva.com and make yourself one if you don't already have one. If you're great with Adobe Photoshop or any other type of page designer, you could use that software as well. I use Canva for mine, and I think it came out pretty well. The reason a digital portfolio and press kit or media kit is so important is that if you actually have somebody, an event planner, or somebody who's looking at you, considering you for a public speaking engagement, they're going to want to download that, especially if they decide to close the deal with you. They're going to want to download that information and use it for their event purposes. And so rather than having them ask you for it, you can actually include it. It can live on your website behind the scenes, and you can have a navigation tab that says press kit or media kit, or you can provide a link in the signature of your email that anytime you reach out to somebody, it says at the very bottom of your email for media kit or press kit, click here. And that instantly takes them to a download where they can download those documents without having to ask you and hunt them down. And the third thing that I would encourage you to do is take a look at your LinkedIn profile. This is specific to public speakers, and in many cases, public speakers in the corporate arena, because LinkedIn is, by many people's assessment, the more professional version of social media. LinkedIn has gotten a lot more social over the last several years, but it's no longer a place where resumes go to die, right? If you have your LinkedIn profile optimized towards the topics that you address when you speak, People will be able to find you. They'll be able to check out your profile. They'll be able to see the topics that you address. And it's just a best practice to have something very quality. And speaking of quality, it should match the look and feel of your website. There should be a direct connection between what you're showing on LinkedIn as to what it looks like on your website, as to what it looks like when you make posts on social media. So update your LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn is a powerful search engine, and many times event planners use that to go and find people who speak on topics that are relevant to them. So how would you update your profile? Well, first of all, if you still have a silhouette for your avatar, stop that. Go get yourself a headshot. Take a selfie if you have to, but I recommend that you get some kind of a professional looking headshot and put it in there. Now, you don't have to wear a suit and tie for this kind of photo. It can be more casual. The one that I've got on my profile is a little more casual, but it does need to convey that you are capable of delivering a top quality presentation. Drop me a note down in the comments and let me know if you'd like me to make a video that shows you how I optimize my LinkedIn profile. All right, so number one, you're going to want to look at your website and update it if necessary. Number two, you're going to want to develop a speaker's profile and or media kit, if you will, and Canva is a great place to do that. And number three, you're going to want to check out your LinkedIn profile, make sure that it is updated, and if it's not, if it's got dust on it, blow the dust off, and again, let me know if you want me to give you a video on how I optimize my LinkedIn profile. There are lots of videos on YouTube that talk about how to do that. And those are the three things that I recommend that you start today if you want to blow up your event calendar. Now, there is a bonus section, and that bonus section is something that I am doing right here, right now. And I'm going to tell you, this is the one that most people sit there and go, wait, what, really? But it is the number one thing that has got me more business than anything else. And to this day, I still do it because it still brings in the business. And that is writing handwritten thank you notes. That's right, I said handwritten. In this digital age, when we're sitting here talking about all the things that can be done digitally, it's the old-fashioned writing by hand a note card that you can put in the mail. Yes, the U.S. Postal Service, if you're here in the United States, and whatever your postal service is, wherever you are, if you're watching internationally. But actually take the time to write a note. And it doesn't have to be creepy. But if you just finished working for somebody, take the time to write a thank you card. And you can get 8 of them for $1.25. So it costs you essentially nothing but the card and the postage. You know, we're talking about 50 cents maybe to send a thank you card in the mail. And all you want to do is say, dear event planner, whatever their name is, thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity and pleasure of serving you and your community or your group. I'm so grateful to share my knowledge with your group. If you like my presentation, it would mean the world to me if you drop me a positive review, either on Google or the review place of your choice. And then I simply sign it, sincerely, Eric, or whatever your name is, and stick that in the mail. Inside that note card, I strongly encourage you to drop in your business card, just one, not multiple, and perhaps on the back of the card you could have a QR code or a link, a URL, to the place where you want them to go and give your review. Well, you may ask, well, what if I haven't done the engagement yet? Well, then I would tell you this. Find the event planners, find the people that you want to speak for. Maybe it's an industry that you are familiar with. If there's an event taking place, if there's a conference or a convention going on, if there's an association meeting that is relevant to the topic that you speak on, then you can write a handwritten note card that says, I would love to introduce myself. My name is Eric Reamer. I speak on the topic of accelerated business development, and I would love to have the opportunity to join you and your group with a presentation called whatever your presentation is called. And if this is at all interesting to you, please reach out to me. Here's my contact information. And just leave it at that. Again, it's a handwritten note card. The reason I'm so big on handwritten note cards, I wrote about this many years ago in my book called List to Save My Business. And the reason is simple. They get opened first. They guarantee get read. How many times when you go out to your mailbox and you open up the box and you grab all the mail that's in there, you see bill, flyer, bill, flyer. But if somebody took the time to handwrite your name on the outside of an envelope, and that envelope is in the shape of a note card or a thank you card or a birthday card, a card of any sort, where does it go? It goes straight to the top of the pile. And what do? They open it as soon as they get into the house or into the office, as the case may be. And they open it up and they read every word. That's priceless. And what does it take but maybe 5 minutes to write one? And I make it a daily habit to put out 3 to 5 every single day, every weekday, and it keeps my calendar full. I think if you do this one thing, even if your website's bad, write handwritten note cards and put them in the mail. Challenge yourself, do one a day and throw those in the mail and see what comes back. Now, I guarantee you they're going to open it, they're going to read it, and then they're going to go online and check you out. So that's why I say, update that website, make sure that you have a decent media kit. And if your LinkedIn profile needs an update or a refresh, get on it, because those handwritten note cards are going to be the trigger that gets you the work. The eyes are going to look at you, and when they see that you're as professional as you appear to be, you're going to get people to reach out to you. I'm telling you, this system works. It works for me. It will work for you. And I would love to hear your thoughts about it in the comments below. That's what I've got for you today. If you liked the content, give a thumbs up if you would, please. And don't forget to check out this upcoming video here.